It's really small. So please bear with my bad throat and everything.
Good evening, esteemed members of Toastmaster and our valued guests. I'm Aditya Dugar, taking on the role of Sergeant at Arms for today's online gathering. I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you as we convene for the Speakers, Trainers, and Coaches Toastmaster Club meeting. Let's begin by establishing some essential guidelines to ensure a rewarding meeting experience for all. To minimize disruption, kindly switch off or silence your mobile phones. Kindly refrain from discussing sensitive topics like politics, sex, or religion. While not speaking, kindly keep your microphone muted, but I encourage everyone to have their cameras turned on, allowing us to see your wonderful faces. If you need to leave during the meeting, please turn off your video. Now let's talk about our collective mission. To achieve success, having a clear mission is imperative, and our club is no exception. Our club's mission is to provide a supportive and educational environment, empowering members to enhance their communication and leadership skills, ultimately leading to increased confidence and personal growth. We'd like to inform everyone that this meeting will be recorded and we may use the recording for promotional purposes such as sharing it on social media platforms, including WhatsApp. By participating in this meeting, you consent to the use of your name, voice, and image in the recording. Rest assured, your privacy is of utmost importance to us, and we will solely utilize the recording for the stated purposes. If you have any concerns or questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. Lastly, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude for joining us today and becoming a part of a vibrant community. Your active participation is sincerely appreciated. The theme for today's meeting is Fast Forward. Now, without taking much of your time, let me introduce you to our presiding officer and MC for today's meeting. She's a corporate professional turned into transformational mindset coach, trainer, mentor, author, podcaster, and YouTuber. Please put your hands together to welcome the VP Ed of our club, Toastmaster Nupur. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you so much, Asa, Aditya, for giving this lovely introduction. So I'm Nupur Bartwal. Welcome to our 69th meeting. I will be the presiding officer for today's meeting as well as the MC. Now, before we move forward, I see a new face. I think, Aziz, can you just unmute and introduce yourself? Aziz, can you hear us? Okay, I see Mitesh also. So if you could just, hello. Hi, Mitesh.
Hi.
Hi, can you just introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Toastmaster Mitesh and I'm from Bombay Toastmasters District 98 Club.
Oh, wow. Welcome, welcome. How did you come to know about this meeting?
You. Pardon?
How did you come to know about this meeting?
Through Toastmasters Worldwide for WhatsApp group.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Welcome.
Yes.
I hope you enjoy the meeting.
All right, thank you. I've spoken to Shama as well, so
okay.
Yes, both. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Aziz, can you just unmute and if you could just introduce yourself? Any other new faces? I think is he there or has he logged out? All right. So moving forward, I'll be switching off my hat between PO and MC in today's meeting. So moving on to the MC role. Today's theme is fast forward. Now, can someone tell me what does it mean to you when I say go fast forward? Anyone? Anyone? Any volunteer who would like to share? Yes, Rajni ji. Fast
have to-
forward.
Ahead.
Move
Leave
every-
everything and move.
Leave
Fast.
everything and move.
Move forward.
Okay, great. Why leave everything? Take everything and move. Great.
You have to move.
Yes.
Fast
Great.
forward. You have
Anybody
to-
else would like to share? Thank you, Rajni ji. Thank you. Anyone else would like to share something? What do they
Maybe
mean
when
by?
the time is going good, we have good fast forward memories which we create. If your time is good, you love the memories you create.
Yes, very true, very true. We all want to fast forward in life, you know. We are always trying to move forward. But the best way to do is when we are able to deal with our stress, pressure, and still thrive. It is to proceed rapidly forward, especially in time. No? So moving on to the agenda of today's meeting. So today we will not have 3 segments as we have in our regular meetings. It's basically table topics by a very, very eminent and competent table topics master, followed by evaluation. So first thing I would like to do is let me welcome all our role players of the day. And today the role player, when I talk about the role player, Toastmaster Aditya is wearing 2 hats. He is the SA as well as the Zoom master. Aditya is a student of metaphysical science and is currently pursuing his PhD. He is also the trustee of 2 Vipassana meditation centers in Calcutta. So ideally, he would be able to tell us how to move fast forward without being stressed and all. So over to you, TM Aditya. Could you just tell us briefly about your role? What
Hello,
are you going to
everyone.
do as a
Hello,
Zoom
everyone.
master? Yes.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Nupur. In fact, rather than telling you about going fast forward, I would suggest everyone to sit down and be calm over here right now. So it is, yeah, it's, I think both are important to go fast forward and also have your own space where you are silent and calm, which we do on Vipassana meditation retreats. I'm the Zoom master as well as the SA for today's meeting. So I would be spotlighting you or, unspotlighting you and doing the respective stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Over to you, Nupur.
Thank you so much. Moving on to our second role player that is very, very important, who will be keeping a watch on all of us, is our timer, Toastmaster Rajni, who's a lecturer who teaches mathematics and science and comes with an experience of 34 years. So are you guys scared? Because I've always been scared of mathematics. So over to you, Rajni ji.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nupur. Thank you for your lovely introduction for me. That I have an experience of 34 years. Now it becomes 35 years.
Oh, okay. So we'll do the editing now. Yeah. Okay.
As a timer, I will assess the time for the table topic speakers only, because today we have only the table topic contest. So
Yes.
as a speaker, we'll give 2 minutes maximum time, and I will show 3 types of cards. Green card for 1 minute, then yellow card 1 minute 30 seconds, and then at 2 minutes. The speaker will have to give 30 seconds as a grace period after 2 minutes to wrap up the speech. So we have to take the time accordingly. Thank you so much. Over
Thank
to
you. Thank you, Rajni ji. Now I move on to a next role, that is active listener, who will be really watching all of us and checking how much were we actually listening. Okay, so active listener is played by Toastmaster Ishu Shukla, who's from Prayagraj Toastmaster Club. She's a teacher by profession and presently a full-time mom to a super active, awesome 5-year-old. Over to you, Ishu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nupur. As the active listener, as Toastmaster Nupur already said, that as the active listener, I'll be keeping an eye and keep my ears open to how much everybody in the meeting has listened. So I request you all to listen to all the details in the meeting which are being shared very, very carefully. And at the end, I might come up with a few questions, a few trick questions here and there, and ask you whether you listened carefully or not. And please remember, a big part of communication is not just speaking, but listening very clearly and attentively to what is being said. So that listening part is going to be judged today. And at the end of the meeting, when called for, I'll be presenting my report. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Nupur. We can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Moving on to our first segment, that is table topics. I would like to call upon our table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Sneha, to introduce her role and the table topics master of the day. But before I hand over to TTE, let me share a few lines on her. Toastmaster Sneha is a HR by profession and a very, very powerful woman who's gone through so much of traumatic experience, but has always bounced back with more power and more energy. So over to you, TM Sneha.
Thank you, TM Nupur. So I'm Sneha and I will be the evaluator for the table topics today. So I will be evaluating all the speakers who will be speaking on the topics that is given to them by our table topics master today. So let me introduce our table topics master. One moment. So TM Noor, actually TM Noor needs no introduction, but he is a distinguished Toastmaster and an active member of multiple clubs, including STC and Diversity for Success Toastmasters. TM Noor is a Toastmaster since 2013, and he is a mentor to many and is at service to anyone who's willing to grow. So over to you, Toastmaster, I'm sorry, TTM Noor. Will you be starting now or later?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's dive in.
Right. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right, thank you. Over to you.
All right. Fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, a very warm welcome to you on this good evening, a Wednesday evening. So my role today will be the person who gives you topics, puts you in tight spots, so that I will elicit some very interesting answers from you all. The idea of table topics is to develop your impromptu speaking skills. For example, you go to your office and someone asks you a question, you should be able to compose yourself and collate your thoughts together and then present it in an effective manner. So this exercise here, which we will be doing here, table topics, it gives you that skills to basically present yourself well. So before that, I'll lay some ground rules for how we will be doing this table topics. Unlike the regular session of table topics, which we do 1 to 2 minutes speaking, and then we go to the next speaker, what I would do is I would pick the evaluator who will be evaluating the speaker first itself, right? So for example, if Aditya is going to speak, I will say, Nupur, listen carefully to Aditya. You're going to give Aditya 30 to 45 seconds of what you think, how Aditya spoke. Similarly, when Nupur is speaking, I might pick Sneha and tell Sneha, you have to evaluate Nupur now, and you will be giving her evaluation for 30 to 45 seconds. And for example, when Aditya has spoken for 1 to 2 minutes and Nupur has given her feedback, if any of you here have something to add on to that, please raise your hand. One by one, I'll give chance to everyone to let your thoughts be spoken, right? So it's not one time speaking, but rather it will be a discussion, right? So let's quickly dive in and let's see how we can do this, right? So the first topic, who is going to take up the first topic? So it's going to be a discussion anyway. So all of you are going to be picked up at one point of time or the other. So do you raise your hand because you're going to time, or do you want to speak?
I want to ask
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
how I take the time of each one. Only the
You can,
for example, or who evaluate the Aditya, that person also.
it's all right. In fact, we can only, I will make your life easier. You can just time just the speaker, 1 to 2.
Or first speaker only.
First speaker. Evaluations, I will control the stage. So,
Thank you.
so let's get on with the topics. So who is that first person who is going to take the initiative, the leader?
Noor, Mitesh just pinged that he will need to leave by 8:30.
Mitesh,
I
okay.
think, yes, so I think we should give him a chance so that he's
Okay.
able to take 1 or 2 topics here.
All right. All right. Hello, Toastmaster Mitesh. Are you ready?
Yes, thank you.
Fantastic. So, Aditya, you're going to evaluate Mitesh. So, listen carefully to the topic. Mitesh, your question is, do you think consistency is important? Do you think consistency is important?
Thank you, Topic Master Noor. Yes, I do think consistency is important. Consistency is important to me. Without being consistent, one cannot know the standards of certain person or a certain product or a certain product's quality or whatever in this world today. We as a human being consistent as a human being consistent and stable in our mind wins other person's trust, and the other person is happy to connect with you or happy to buy a certain product or an item or something which will satisfy the other person by speaking to you or consuming you. And I feel consistency is important to deliver results in the end, which I think is the most important thing to achieve success in any field in life. Thank you. Over to you, Topic Master Noor.
Thank you, Mitesh. Thank you for that insightful presentation on what you think about consistency and how you have focused on certain aspects of it. So I'll allow Toastmaster Aditya to give
Sorry, I
short
could not see
evaluation.
the timer. I could not see the. I may have not
No, you have
completed a
called.
minute. All right.
No, you did. You did. Aditya?
Yeah, thank you so much, Noor and Mitesh. Before I give you my evaluation, I would like to know how long have you been a Toastmaster? I hear you're from Bombay, right? Hello. Hello, Mitesh. Am I audible?
Yes, Aditya, you're audible. I guess he missed your question.
Okay, okay. Anyways, but I just wanted him to actually hear my evaluation so that he gets a proper feedback. Hello, Mitesh, are you there?
Mitesh, are you there, or something called you immediately?
I think he just got busy a bit. Maybe I can give him the evaluation later.
Yeah, sure. So let's go ahead with you. Anyone has any thoughts on this topic? Please raise your hand so that we can listen. What do you think about it? Short, quick. Why Jayanti, ma'am? Do you have an idea about what do you think about consistency?
What is missing on him, or should I just speak on consistency? What do you want me to say?
You can speak on consistency. If you have a
Okay.
point to add, you can do that.
Yeah, consistency, I think, is the key to living a successful and fulfilling life. I think Mitesh already spoke about the trust factor. And I think if it is seen from a personal point of view, if I am consistent in doing something, then I have more confidence in myself of delivering what I have to offer, be it a product or a service. Because self-awareness is all about how people see you and how you see yourself. So if you know that you are going to be consistent in doing whatever you have to do in life, you know that the reception that you will get from the people you meet in your life, not necessarily customers or clients, they can be, people in your workplace, they can be people that you meet in a social interaction. They know exactly from what point of view to address you, right? Like sometimes one day you go into sort of a fiery mood and you outburst of anger, and the next time you're very cool and, standoffish and, a kind of a very, arrogant kind of a person, that people really do not know how to handle you, on what terms they should address you. So even in your temperament, I think it's important that you maintain a high level of consistency so that others can meet you on your terms. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I've well thought out ideas about consistency. Consistency, now, as you see, consistency is an important aspect for being successful in what you do. It gives you the confidence and others the expectation that you will deliver, right? So it builds trust as well. So these are some of the fine observations which we have from our members. So what I would recommend anyone who is adding on to a point, try to wrap up your presentation within 30 seconds so that you learn the skill of summarizing your thoughts quickly, right? So Aditya, your topic is, what is the most profound lesson you have learned as a parent? What is the most profound lesson you have learned as a parent?
With a raise of hands, can I see the number of parents in the small group which we have today? Yeah, so I see there are a few hands raised. So for me, I'm a single father of a 17-year-old boy. And one thing that I have learned in the journey of being a parent, just 1 second, I think I missed out on something. One of the most important things, most profound lessons that I've learned being a parent is to let the children be. When we become parents, we just want a copy of what we are not. Like, we want our children to, fulfill our dreams. We want our children, this is the general perception that, I want my son or my daughter to become this because probably I wasn't up to it. So, but we need to banish all thoughts in this regard, where you put any kind of pressure about yourself on your children, and you just let them be and explore. They should be explorators. They should do 10,000 mistakes. They should experience failure time and again. It's very important for them. And that's how they actually learn to accept failure. Otherwise, we see a lot of children who grow up into adults, they can't accept failure. It's disheartening to see them the way they are. So it's my personal feeling that a child should be let in a boundary where they are very free to express themselves, but obviously not crossing a line. They should be taught what should not and what should be done. But again, they should be just given the liberty to be the way they are. Over to you.
Thank you, Aditya. So the important thing is, so you give the child your space, their own space, so that you don't put on your unfulfilled,
Desires.
wishes, desires, which you couldn't actually do it. So you don't put it on your children. Now, a short demonstration of what a 30-second evaluation would look like is, Aditya, you started very well and you focused on the core message of the topic. That is, what is that one most profound lesson which you learn is to dump your unfulfilled wishes on your children. And you gave a personal example of how you have dealt with your 17-year-old son and how it is important to give space to children. Now, one point of improvement, Aditya, is to summarize. So the summarization is the profound lesson, right? So if you focus on that and give us a call to action, it would be amazing. So that is a 30 seconds short evaluation of how you should give an evaluation when you're called upon to do so. So anyone has any thoughts on any profound lessons? 30 seconds, short. Yes, 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 yes. So let's go with Vaijayanti and then we'll come to Anup.
Okay. Profound lessons change from time to time, from age to age. So I would like to a profound lesson that I learned from my daughter when she was in college, and that is replace expectation with acceptance. Because they are going to be very experimental at that age, and they're going to try all kind of things which are going to horrify you. My daughter returned once from Ahmedabad with a ring in her eyebrow. And you can imagine how horrified we were, but I managed to placate my husband with the idea that let her be, one bright day she'll realize that it's a fad and she'll get over it. So that's my lesson. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nupur, would you like to share your opinion?
Yes, a quick one, which I firmly believe, because obviously you learn from life lessons only. My husband is a single child and my daughter is a single child. So I saw certain things in him which I didn't want to repeat with my daughter. First thing is, like most of the parents, we feel that you own your child. You own your child's life. You don't. The child has come through you, but you don't have any ownership on that child. So let him or her live his or her dreams. Just be the facilitator. Don't try to control them or tell them or put them continuously in that guilt trip that, oh, I'm your parent, all those things. So let them live their life. And you just take a back seat and see them flourish.
Amazing, amazing. So see, from Vaijayanti's observations and your observations, we all learn lessons as parents. And there is a certain common trait that we observe, or there's a common line of thought that we need to give the children their space. That's the thing which Aditya told, that's the thing which Vaijayanti ma'am has said, and the same thing what you have repeated. And let's hear from Ishu Shukla. What is her observation on
Just to extrapolate what already Toastmaster Vaijayanti has said, that these life lessons keep on changing from time to time. I am a fairly new parent, a very, very new parent. I'm still learning from my everyday experiences. But one thing which I have read and I firmly believe in is that academics they can handle, but life they may not be able to handle. So you have to prepare them for life. So even if they get a 60% in the exam or a 70% in the exam, that is something that does not matter at the end of the day. I topped my college, doesn't matter. I'm still sitting here feeding my son. So at the end of the day, he has to be prepared for life. That's just what I want to add. What do you, Toastmaster Noor?
Thank you, Ishu. So we are all preparing our children for life, and there is an extra focus on marks because that ensures the survival of our kid. So, but it is not important as much as the life lessons which we teach our children. So, moving on next. So, I'll be calling upon Vaijayanti ma'am, and she'll be evaluated by our own president, Mansi Mathur. Right? Mansi, are you ready to listen carefully to, yeah? So you will be you will be giving her, yeah, go ahead. Yeah. You want to say something, Mansi?
No, I'm good. I'm ready to listen.
Oh, fantastic. So your topic, Vaijayanti ma'am, is tell us about 3 aspects of your life which define you. Tell us about 3 aspects of your life which define you.
3 aspects of my life that define me is one, that I embrace change with zest. Second, I'm a lifelong learner. And third, I believe that every human being is here with a purpose. And I must help to facilitate that purpose. So if I try to illustrate it, the first is to embrace change. I embraced change right from the time when I was 9 years old and my father left the army to join the civil service, and I was put into a hostel at 9 years of age, away from home. I had to adjust and adapt to a boarding life. Initially, there were hiccups, but then later I came to love it. The second, being a lifelong learner, is that I attend any course or any seminar that I have the time and opportunity to attend, because I feel that I get new insights about how to live my life with zest and with happiness. It could be something on self-development. It could be something on image building, apart from confidence. It could be something developing the mind and the spirit. And the third thing is that for me, as I said, every human being is here on a journey of his own. So I give them that space to live and grow and flourish, and do not try to impose my ideas on them. And that is one reason I had a very successful 46 years of marriage with my husband. It was based on the idea of live and let live. And I am a great follower of Kahil Gibran, who said, you know, we can be like wires on a guitar or a lyre, strung together. We play together the same music, but keep our own identity as separate strings. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. I loved every bit of what you said about the 3 things which truly define you as a person. Mansi, over to you for your 30-second short evaluation on what Vaijayanti has said.
You want me to evaluate right away?
Yeah, right away.
Okay, sure. So Toastmaster Vaijayanti, you started with 3 aspects. Embrace the change. The one thing I liked about your topic and the changes you have picked up, you quoted example how you take changes in your life and with initial hiccups. Second thing you said, lifelong learner. There I felt you could have taken some more examples. You could have picked up from your own life how you are making changes and what keeps you going. Though you also mentioned how you live life with happiness, so you would like to pick up new things and learn. Third thing you said was to facilitate with a purpose. Now here again, initially you started with, I mean, what I hear is again and again repetition of the same thing with a purpose. But later on, however, you formed a story and you hinted towards how you as well as your husband has been living together with a sense of serving to others, and also with how you both are living with die or do it attitude. There were very good quotes or some metaphors used there. I like that part of the story and the example you quoted. That's all I feel. I think what you can improve over is keep in a flow of just 3 aspects, and each aspect has an example. So that way we'll be able to relate.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mansi. Thank you so much. Anyone has any comments on what Mansi Vajayanti ma'am has said? All right. So moving on. I think it was wonderful. I would suggest the evaluators to keep it short, to summarize their observations within 30 to 45 seconds maximum, right? Quickly summary. Now, Mansi, your topic is, do you believe that people can change? Do you believe that people can change?
We all evolve. Every day we learn, every day we grow. We are humans. So, what I believe is change is something which is constant. It's not in the nature, it's also in the human nature. So, we need to constantly accept and look at life in a way where people can come up with new ideas, new changes. So, yes, people do change, people do grow, people do understand more as they learn through their experiences. I have been a constant learner, and throughout each and every failure in my life, in profession or personal life, I've learned. I have evolved. I have changed. If I can do, why not others? All we need to learn is accept each other. Over to you.
Thank you, Mansi. Thank you. A wonderful way of looking at the topic is that change is internal. So if you can change, why not? Anyone can. So you have substantiated that idea of you can change by your own personal example. Personal examples are always strong. Why? Because that builds credibility, whatever you're saying. So it's more, we are more willing to trust whatever you're saying. So anyone has any observations on this topic? Umar, do you have any observations on this topic?
Yeah, Umar Bhai has been shaking his head all through the speech.
Yes, yes, yes.
Actually, it is a very like on the face, it is easier to agree that okay, people can change and it is there. But at the heart of it, whatever your true nature is, you cannot change it. That is something I believe. Whatever kind of person you are, whatever education you get, or something, the social, religious, whatever there are things that you cannot account for as a change. Who you are deep down, you cannot change it. Something that is, maybe your needs are changing, your requirements are changing, you are continuously evolving. It doesn't mean you are changing as a person. That nature is always there, true nature. That's what I am, my perspective actually.
Thank you, Umar. Thank you for bringing in that other perspective. We are all here to share our perspectives. So Mansi looks at the perspective of if she can change, anyone can change. But as Umar says that all the changes in our life happens, and those are peripheral, but inherently who we do not change as who we are. Our core existence doesn't change much. So let's hear from Vajayanti ma'am and see how it goes about. Let's see what different perspectives.
I would like to extend on what Omar said, take it slightly more deeper, is that the values that you have, which is the product of your nurture and supplemented by your nature, those are something which are intrinsic and they remain with you for life. If you try to change that, then you lose your essence as who you are. So changes can be the superficial changes. I can change the way I talk, I can change the way I walk, but me as a person, intrinsically, when I'm alone with myself, that remains. If I'm true to myself.
That's a very interesting way to look at it, is that your core nature, your value system is what defines you, right? So that is what is that doesn't change much. Peripherally, many things can change: the way you talk, the way you eat, the way your habits can change, but this important value system, is the essence what you have said. So let's hear from Kyra. Kyra,
Hi. So what I was saying, Mansi, is that I would have liked to hear an example from you about how you experienced the change or how that change happened. So that would have substantiated your point even more and shown us exactly how the change is happening. So if you had said personal life, then how in your personal life, professional life, how in your professional life. At least one example would have made your speech even better.
thank you, Kyra. Thank you so much. So I hope you are noting down, Mansi. So let's hear from Umar. Umar.
I just wanted to add what Vajanti ma'am was saying also. When you're talking about nurture, we are talking about more of a personality. When you're talking about person's nature, you're talking about the character of the person and the value system that is your character. So a lot of times when your personality keeps on evolving due to the situation there wherever you are. So all those things. At the end of the day, whatever your character is, the value system, deep down, will never change. If it is changing, you are compromised. And I always say that character is what you stand for. Reputation is what you fall for. So at the heart of it, whatever your true character is, it will never change. Over to you, Nurbhai.
Thank you, Umar. Umar always has these catchy phrases, like character is what you stand for and reputation is what you fall for. He has a ton of these statements with him. Very impressive and deep
Really?
meaning.
I had no
Yes,
I
idea
love
about
that.
it.
I
You do,
love
you
that. I
do.
would take it.
Yep, Aditya, let's hear from you. What have you got to say about this topic?
I have a few things to just add on to what Umar Bhai and Vajanti ma'am just said. Um, a character of a person is not defined at the time of birth, I feel. It's the environment and the initial conditioning for the first 7, 8 years, whatever conditioning goes through a person. That is what actually forms the basis of the values, the character of that person. And that thing is very difficult to change. But even though a person might realize that, these are my flaws and these are my good points. But as there's a saying that old habits die hard, the habit which you formed over the first 7, 8 years of your life, they are actually very difficult to change. But I would again say that it's not impossible to change those. And if a person is bent on changing those values also for the betterment of whatever, for the person might be in a bad company and might even change for the worse, but it's possible. That's what I feel.
Now that brings us to an interesting perspective, Aditya, is that did any of you have a change in your value system? Or did you challenge your core belief system anytime in your life? And when you challenge that belief system, did you feel completely devastated because your foundations are shaken and your whole identity is in crisis? Did you anytime do that? Any one of you? Even one idea. It might not be a whole bunch of ideas, but a single idea. Did you challenge an idea of such sort? Now that's a question to ponder upon. Take your time and think about it. Meanwhile, I'll call upon Umar to take up the next question. Right? Now I'll give you a related question, Umar, which is a relatively easy question. Right?
If what kind of easy?
So
Your easy or
it's
my easy?
My easy.
Okay.
Okay. So how does childhood affect adulthood? How does childhood affect adulthood? Toastmaster.
How does childhood affect adulthood? Of course, there is a direct relationship in it. So whenever you are a child, what your upbringing, social, cultural, religious, wherever you are born, even the house that you are living in, all those affect you as a child. It shapes your personality For example, I am born in Punjab in a small town called Chakwal in the village area, the surroundings, that affects you a lot. But the most important thing is that don't let your child that is in you die. A lot of times when we transition from the childhood to adulthood, we start to get very, very serious in life. We stop being curious. We try to just follow the line and all those things that are always placed in your life. Okay, you have to do like this, you have to do that. Sense of responsibility and a lot of work and all those things that are coming in your life, a lot of burdens that your society puts you, the expectations and all those things, you forget to think like a child and be like a child. Be curious, to have fun, to enjoy. What is the purpose of life? What is the essence of life? To live in those moments and make most of it. So we always say that we have to live to the fullest. How you can live to the fullest? By working 9 to 5, maybe 9 to 10 sometimes, doing the overtime, even on weekends working also. Oh, that is the purpose of your life? No. Find that deep sense of purpose and live. That is true living is. Focus on your passion. Enjoy each and every moment. Cherish it. Help others also evolve also. So that is what childhood is all about. Being curious, being helpful, be kind, all those things. We should continue to have those in our adulthood also. So always don't let your inner child die. Over to you, Nurbhai.
Thank you, Umar. Thank you. Thank you for other observations. In fact, I believe all of us have similar observations as what Toastmaster Umar has mentioned. And what I was looking for, Umar, is that how the childhood affects the adulthood. Means there are some behaviors which we pick up in childhood which actually affect the whole of our adulthood. So how does that was the idea of the question. But you being Umar always have very interesting takes on the perspective of why childhood is important, and that is truly impressive, because most of the time we forget about certain things unless someone points it out to us. So let's hear from Vaijayanti ma'am and see what she has to talk about it, and then we move on to issues.
Okay, to add on to what Noor is saying, I'll put on my coaching hat now, okay? I'm speaking like a coach. So our brain functions at two levels, the subconscious and the conscious. 95% of our time, we are actually in the subconscious way of thinking, 5% in the conscious. Now, the subconscious brain is made up of all the stacked memories of the past, and that is our childhood. Till 7 years of age, they say that most of the impressions are made. Fortunately, I've been reading up a lot about epigenetics today, and that says that your mind is continuously improving and evolving, and new neural pathways can be created if you read and expose yourself to situations of new learning. So the choice is either you remain where you were stuck in your past conditioning, or are you open to new learning? And that is where the question mark comes, because people who have static, stagnant minds are not open to reading, learning, listening to anything that helps them to evolve as a better person. Thank you.
True, well said. Yeah, Ishu, you had something to say?
I think I cannot cover it better than Toastmaster Vaijayanti, but I'll just take a try. I think I'll just take a cue from what Umar Bhai said. He talked about childhood and he talked about inner child. So that reminds me of something called a Johari window, where we have 4 aspects within our mind. There is something called a little professor and there is something called an inner child. These are part of your characteristic traits. So different proportions are for different people. So my inner child is way too high, and at times in different situations, my little professor may take hold of it. So I think somewhere we need to have a distinction between childhood and inner child. So when I talk about childhood definitely affects our adulthood, because in so many meetings, Toastmaster meetings only, I've heard about people sharing very profound memories from their childhood, something that really shaped up their life. Some people have gone through very bad childhood trauma. So I believe, yes, it affects your adulthood as well, because you carry those memories from a long time. And yes, with a lot of effort, if we put in, we can definitely create a new person. That's all I wanted to say. Over to you, Noor.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, extending what Vaijayanti ma'am had said, uh, if you have heard about this world champion of public speaking, the runner-up, she was raised as a single child. Means she was raised by a single mother, and her mother strived a lot during her childhood, and she had this attitude of never give up, right? And that defined her personality, right? And the things which we pick up during our childhood, whether it be traumatic experiences or uh, very positive experiences, those define our adulthood. Those are the motivating factors which take us, and we might not realize it. Ultimately, like Umar says, that we have to unlearn a lot of stuff before we come to know truly who we are. So, yeah. With that thought, let's hear it from Umar.
Yes, that's what I wanted to add also. Like, it's not about the traumatic events that shape us and form our adulthood, it's about the positive events also. And maybe the hardships are there. Maybe when you look at we always say that we don't live in the past. Okay, you don't have to be staying in the past. It's just a learning, and whatever learning you can take, even the positive, if you think in the hindsight, those things are positive in a way that has shaped you to become the adult that you are. Maybe you were bullied. Maybe, for example, one of my as a child, my habit was reading books, and I always had that curious mind, started questioning things. So that has continued till now. I am a very curious person. I always try to question things, how it is happening, why it is happening. So the 5 whys and how and all those things will be always with me. Why it's there. So always that curiosity is there. So it's not just necessary that we should celebrate both positives and the negatives that have been in our life. That is what, and that only you can realize when you mature enough in your life, and you just all the rat race that you are in, you separate yourself from it and just think about it. All those things are what shaped you, and you have become what you are. Over to you, Bhai.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you so much. So, how are we doing with time? Do we have time for more topics, or should we wrap this thing up? Because there are some people who did not speak. I believe, Nupur, did you speak?
Sorry, I have very bad throat, Noor, so I'm
No
just
problem.
managing
No
my
problem.
role today. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's give a hand to
Uh,
Nupur and Vansi. They are here for us to do their roles, even though they are not well. Right? Let's give a round of applause for these people who show their true character by being there, even if it is difficult. So that's a wonderful thing. I truly appreciate that thought and your presence here today. Right. Let's hear from there are one guest, and Jatin and Toastmaster Rajini Gupta. Toastmaster Sneha, did you speak? Not yet. So
No, I haven't.
Let's put Toastmaster Sneha on the right spotlight. Yeah. So Toastmaster Sneha, this topic is for you. What is the greatest challenge you faced, and how did you overcome it? What is the greatest challenge you faced, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, there have been many challenges, but the greatest challenge that I have faced till date is when I had my accident, which was 15 years back in 2008. I had a terrible road accident, and which left me with a paralyzed arm. So at that moment, the first thing that I had to do is, when I realized that I would not be able to use it, the first thing that I had to do is to unlearn all the things that I would do with both my arms, and then relearn to do those same things with one arm. So at that time, I realized that all the people who love you will always love you, irrespective of what state you are in. And sometimes these people who love you will be very harsh with you because their intent will always be to ensure that you get back and bounce back to your fullest potential. So at that time, you may hate them for being um, for being honest or for being very rigid with you. To give you an example, my sister would ensure that I do my exercises and physiotherapy on a daily basis, for which I would get very angry with her. But today, when I look back, she is the only person who means the world to me because she did not give up on me and she ensured that I was back on my feet. So from here, I can only say that challenges will always be there. But remember, the people who are with you or who love you will always be there with you, irrespective of your state. And these are the people who will ensure that you be back and bounce back to make sure that you can achieve things to your fullest potential. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sneha. You did, I think, complete justice to the topic. I truly empathize with what you have gone through, and I cannot completely understand what you have gone through, an exact sense, but I understand the idea what you have presented. That is to accept it, to unlearn things what you had before with what when you had everything with you, and then when something is taken away from you, you got to unlearn stuff, and that's a very important lesson. I think today I will take away from your message. Uh, so wonderfully done. Any comments on the topic? All right. If there are no further comments,
It's not the mountain that you conquer, it's yourself, and you have conquered yourself, Sneha. Well done. Keep pat on your back and stay and keep rising and fighting. Be a warrior, huh? Not a warrior. Stop worrying. Yes, doing your best. Oh, this.
As I've said, Umar has always these catchy lines: "Be a warrior,
Oh.
not a warrior." And so on. So
And
Umar,
there is
that's true.
there is another Noor. Be a winner, not a whiner, huh?
Yeah, that's
Fantastic,
beautiful.
fantastic,
That's
very
beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah.
I love
Don't
Yes, sir.
don't whine about it. Yes,
Yeah.
Vajanti ji.
I will speak of my own personal challenge, which did not leave me physically debilitated in any way, but emotionally and mentally, it did cost me a lot. And I had to find the wherewithal from inside because no one was there to support me. I refer this to the loss of my 20-day-old first child. I remember those days because I had to stand up to my family, partly because they felt that I was responsible, but that I knew in my heart that I had done whatever I could, even to the extent of allowing a part of my skin from my left thigh to be taken for plastic surgery. And it was my God, my faith in my divine grace that kept me through that whole period. And I took it as God's plan and I accepted it with grace. And I never allowed that to put me down in any way. And so you see me today as I am, happy, living life to the zest, and having a beautiful daughter who has filled my life with utmost joy and support.
Thank you, Vajanti ji, for having that, trusting us today and taking the courage to share your very intimate moment with us. So let's all give a round of applause to Toastmaster Sneha and Vajanti. They have shared something very very personal today with us, and thank you so much. And it is in these moments that we realize that sharing always lessens little bit of burden. At least we feel little bit better than what we were. So moving on, let's move to guest Ashim. Ashim, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Fantastic. Would you like to take a topic?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. So, do you think life is just? Do you think life is just?
Life is. Can you write it down?
Just. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I see the topic. No, I do not think that life is just. Whatever happens, it happens due to the things that were done in the past. For example, a guy who has failed in an examination, he makes an excuse that I failed because I was just unlucky. It was just happened to be. It was just destiny. But in reality, he didn't study anything for the examination. He didn't even know what the syllabus was. He failed because he was careless. He didn't think about its future. In the same way, me, I recently graduated from Renaissance University, and I didn't got a job through my campus placement. And when the people asked, why didn't you join a job? There were so many companies coming. Why didn't you like apply? Why didn't you give an interview? And out of fear, I just said that no, the company just came and went away. I couldn't. I just couldn't sense that they were coming, and I just made many silly mistakes, silly excuses. But in reality, I didn't check. I didn't talk to the my seniors that my companies are coming, that there are good placements in BCom in my university. I was very careless. I was not sincere. That is why I didn't got the job. Not because that it was just to happen. It was destiny or it was just love. No, it was my lack of efforts. So, concluding my speech, I would just like to say whatever happens, it happens due to our decisions, our choices, our efforts, and our hard work, not because of luck or destiny. That's all I wanted to say. Over to you, Tabitha.
Thank you, Ashim. Thank you. Thank you so much. In fact, I like how you concluded your table topics. It gives us that last takeaway thought that we will retain. Uh, Irrespective of all the message what you have sent, it's the conclusion which stays with us. So what I was expecting, Ashim, was that is life just not effect and a cause and effect, like you are causing the effect, right? If you do something, then there is an effect. I was talking about life being just. Just means it can be unjust also. So you might have done all the things possible, but life gave you a different, uh, completely different thing which you didn't never expected, and you thought, no, life is not just. There is no justice in this life, right? So that is what I was expecting. But it's a good take, like you explained about the cause and effect, and you are responsible for your life. So that's a very good message which you have given us, that you have to take responsibility of all your actions, so that whatever the life is there is because of the decisions that you make. Fantastic. So let's move on now quickly to round up our table topics with quick takes from Toastmaster Shakil. Are you available? And Jatin, Saurabh,
Yeah.
and Varun.
Am
And
I eligible to participate in the table topics?
yes. Before that, may I ask the timer, Madam Rajni, do we have time for quick takes on the topic? You're muted, madam.
The time is 9:05.
9:05. So let's ask our presiding officer, Toastmaster.
Noor, we can take one topic more.
One topic more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then we need to move on with other roles. Yeah.
Fantastic. So let's hear it from Shakil, because I have already raised his hand.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity. Actually, I am joining your prestigious meeting for the very first time. So I would love
Thank you
to
so much.
participate in it. Yeah, I was having the Zoom issues. Your VPPR actually posted it in the Leaders Worldwide group. So I was having the issues with the Zoom on my mobile. So I connected via my laptop. It's fine now.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. We are very happy to have you here in our meeting. Toastmaster Shakil, your topic is, if you had to choose between bad and worse,
Can you please
what
just
would you choose?
just
Yes.
one thing, the timer window, I will be seeing the cards or just range?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Can you please repeat the topic?
Yes, for sure. I will. So I'll paste the topic also in the chat box so you can see it as well. So if you had to choose between bad and worse, what would you choose?
Okay.
I'll repeat
Thank
the
you.
topic.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
I've
had
got
to
it.
choose between bad and worse, what would
Yeah.
you choose? So,
Okay. Long ago, two friends was talking with each other in the garden as green as a greeny leaf. Ali said to Zed, "How are you?" "Zed, what's going on?" "Well, it's just monotonous life. Everything bad happens to me nowadays." "Really? Are you sure? Isn't everything bad in this world? There are goods as well." "Well, my experiences have been bad." "So what happened to you? Just can you please narrate me?" "Well, I would like to tell you that I narrowly escaped an accident yesterday while coming to home. It was really bad." "Really? But you should be thankful to the dog. Well, you should be thankful to the God." "But it was bad." "Could you please just visualize if you had not escaped the accident, you would have been in hospital, or in fact not in this world." "Really? I thought it was bad." "Well, just remember one thing. You just narrowly escaped an accident. Your car is somewhat little damaged, but you are not damaged at all. You should be thankful to God for it, that it was bad, not worse." Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's always good to have something. Sometimes the nature tells you lessons in your life. Yes, you need to learn from them and improve further. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shakil. In fact, if I were to be Omar, I would say interesting take, right? So the idea was we wanted to see if you had a choice present to you between bad and worse, not what has happened to you. Like what the example what you gave is an example of an accident being narrowly missed, and so what has happened to you has happened for the good of you. But for example, I present to you a choice A and choice B. Choice A is bad, choice B is worse, right? So what would you choose? Or would
Uh,
you make a choice in the first place?
I will
Right?
choose
So,
the bad. I will choose the bad because it
okay,
will be better.
yeah. So think about it, all right? If all of you take your time to think about whether you have to choose between bad and worse, what would you choose, or would you make a choice in the first place? Right. With that, we wrap up today's table topics. I thank you all for your time that you have spent here today. I had a wonderful time. I hope you had too. So with that, let's take the timer's report, and over to you, Madam.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Noor, for all the lovely topics. And I would move on to the evaluation segment, where I would like the timer to come and share the timer report. TM Rajni.
Thank you,
Just
Toastmaster
share.
Noor.
Yeah.
Today's topics, they are all within the time limit. Everyone has qualified. Nitish has taken 1 minute 42 seconds. Aditya 2 minutes 5 seconds. Vijayanti 2 minutes 20 seconds. Mansi 1 minute. Umar 2 minutes 15 seconds. Sneha 1 minute 59 seconds. Ashim 2 minutes. And Shakil 1 minute 40 seconds. I think everyone is qualified for voting. Thank you so much. Over to you.
No, thank you so much. Do we have table topic guest speaker poll ready?
I'm working on it.
We can have the evaluation. Till then.
No, we cannot have the evaluation before we have the poll because the evaluation is on these speakers. It's going to. So will you take some time, Kyra? Will you take
I
some-
need the order of the speaking order. If someone
Sneha,
can send that to me.
Sneha, can you please share that? I've been pinging you. Yeah. I tried calling you also.
I'm sorry, Nupur. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, can you just share the speaker order because you were the TTE, so I'm sure you would have written all that. So just share it with Kyra.
Sneha, are you sharing it on WhatsApp?
I'm sharing it to you on the chat itself. I'll give it to you in a sequence of who's spoken right from the first speaker till the last speaker.
Perfect, thanks.
Can I vote via chat or WhatsApp group or maybe?
Sorry.
Was somebody saying something? I missed it.
I'm just can I vote via chat or voice in chatting?
No, just hold on. You can access the poll and there you can vote. Okay, it will come on your screen.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
it will come on your screen. So just hold on. In the meanwhile, let's have active listener. Yeah, till this segment is in prepared. So can we have issue? Toastmaster issue, are you ready with your questions?
Yeah, I am right here.
Excellent. So let's have this
Sorry.
active listener round till we prepare our polls and Sneha prepares her evaluation, right? Yeah.
Okay, for this, I think we all can. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, we all can unmute ourselves whenever we want to answer. Okay, the first question is for 1000 applauses. Which meeting is it today? What is the number of the meeting?
69.
The presiding officer
I can't.
cannot answer.
No,
Okay.
I cannot answer.
Yes, you can't.
Yeah.
Great. So Toastmaster Sneha gave the correct answer. It is the 69th meeting. A big round of applause for Toastmaster Sneha. Okay, second one. What does Toastmaster Mansi think about fast forward? What does Toastmaster Mansi think about fast forward? It can be a phrase. Anyone? Any guesses? The theme of the meeting today was fast forward. So what does Toastmaster Mansi think about it?
Did she actually speak about it?
Yes, you were posted. Yes, she said.
Yeah.
She said something about it.
Okay.
No one?
Sorry.
Okay, she talked about how fast forward is about the memories that we create. So I think Toastmaster Mansi is not going to be too happy that people were not listening to her. Anyway, the third question. Toastmaster Rajni. What does she teach? What does Toastmaster Rajni teach?
Mathematics.
Physics.
Maths.
Maths.
Maths and
Science.
Physics.
physics. It's a more generic term which was used. I'm not sure. Yes,
Science.
Toastmaster Rajni, what do you teach? Maths and
Maths and
yes,
science. The
other
scariest subject.
Toastmaster. Yes,
Mm.
Physics is
yes, maths and science. And how many years of experience does she have?
34.
35 years.
in fact.
35
Yeah,
years.
35.
35. Yes, she corrected. See, we were all listening. Very good. Okay, next one. What is Toastmaster Sneha's profession? What is Toastmaster Sneha's profession?
HR. She's an HR.
HR. Yes, yes, great. I think Toastmaster Aditya answered. I can't see you.
Yes.
Okay, great. The next one. What was okay? Yes, coming. Toastmaster Aditya, you cannot answer this. How old is Toastmaster Aditya's son?
17.
How old? 17. Great going, Toastmaster Noor. DTM Noor, sorry. Okay. How old was Toastmaster Vaijanti when she went to a boarding school?
9 years.
How old was 9 years? Excellent,
years.
Toastmaster
Correct.
Rajni. Great, great, great. Which musical instrument did Toastmaster Vaijanti compare her life to? Which musical instrument did she mention in her speech?
Khalid Gibral. It has strings, definitely.
Yes, she talked about strings. So, what was the instrument that she mentioned?
Guitar? No.
Yes, excellent,
Guitar.
excellent.
Okay.
Yes, yes, guitar. Okay, yeah. What was now, since Umar Bhai has already left us with his pearls of wisdom, what was the first catchphrase that Umar Bhai used? What was the first catchphrase that Umar Bhai used? I'll give you a hint, since there were many, it was something to do with character. No one? Somebody was noting it down.
Yes, yes.
Character is what you stand for, reputation is what you
Yeah.
fall for.
Correct.
Exactly. Character is what you stand for, reputation is what you fall for. Excellent. What was the most discussed topic today? What was the most discussed topic today?
Topic given to Vaijanti. 3 choices, I think.
Three aspects
No,
of
no, no, no. What was the most discussed? The topic about which most people took chances to speak. Something or something. Somebody. Everybody had
Yeah.
to add something to it.
Can I answer?
Yes, yes,
consistency
please.
is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you believe?
Consistency? No, 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 no.
No. Do you believe that people can change? Right?
Yes. Do you believe people can change? The last one is yes. Why was Toastmaster Shakil unable to join the meeting? Why was Toastmaster
Internet
Shakil unable to?
connections. Zoom, he was not
Internet
able
connection.
to. Yeah, Zoom.
Excellent. He
He
had
was not
issues
able
with
to
his Zoom.
connect with Zoom.
Excellent. So we all performed admirably well. So a big round of applause for all of us. So that concludes the active listening session. Over to you, back to you, the presiding officer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, TM Ishu. Are we ready with the poll, Kyra?
I've sent it to you in the chat box. I'm sending it again.
Send it to me.
It's a Google Doc, Google form. So you just need to click on the link and answer.
Okay, so I click on the link.
And then you click on the option which you want. Whoever you want to vote for.
So all of you can go on that. No, is it? Yeah, it's
It's
there for everyone.
It's there for everyone. I've sent it.
Yeah.
Is it on chat? Where is it?
Yeah, it's here. It's here. Kyra.
Okay,
for
we have to go and
everyone.
click on this on the form.
On the form, and then
All right.
So I've got only 2 responses as of now.
It's not yet opened. Let it open. It's loading. Yeah.
done.
Eight people still have to vote.
Shakil, can you
I was again I was again disconnected. Just joined now.
Oh,
Just
okay, no worries. That link is there in the chat
actually,
box.
Zoom
Just
is
click.
Zoom is really playing with me today.
Yeah,
No,
done.
no problem. So
Yeah,
just
I've got the link. Okay, okay.
great. So just click
Thank
on the
you.
link and
Done.
vote.
Yeah. Just clicked on it.
Done.
Thanks a lot. Sometimes at technology, you are at the mercy of technology.
Yes.
I'll retry. It gave me an error. Let me retry.
Yeah, same here. Error 502.
Maybe you all have to are you all logged in with, are you all not logged in with the Google ID? Maybe that's like got an issue.
Log that with the ID.
Maybe
Maybe
you all can send me your vote. I'll just send you the names.
I'm done. Kaira.
All right.
It's also giving me an error.
Okay, it's giving you an error. I'm sending you an image in the chat box. You all can send me a vote in the chat box. I'll tell.
You're on mute, Shakil.
Yeah. What's your good name, sister? Just to what you
Kyra has put it on the chat
okay.
box.
Wait.
So click on the image. All the names and topics are there.
Okay. Wait.
My name starts with a Q.
Okay. That's fine. I've got the image. I think I'm just clicking on it.
Yeah. So you all can just send me your vote in the chat box. Whoever's facing an issue.
Actually, it's getting the sign in. Okay. I've on the Google form. It's asking for the sign in. Okay. I think that will be the only reason. I think. Hopefully, I will get the access of.
Shakil, you don't need to do that. Just click on the image. All the names and topics are there. You pick up, yeah, just pick up who you feel is the best speaker.
Okay,
and
that's fine.
Kyra, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Noor and Sneha, have you been able to vote?
Yep.
No, but I sent it to Kyra separately.
So you've done, no? So that's what I'm saying. Your voting has been done. Great.
Cool. I'm still waiting for Shakil's email.
Yeah, I've got the form. Okay, got it.
Okay, you managed to open the form?
Yeah, I've got the form. I'm just submitting it. Have you received my response?
Yeah, I've received 9 responses.
Yeah, it's gone.
I've got
It's
it.
gone. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you
All
for
right.
bearing with me with the technical glitches.
Nupur, do you want me to share the results?
Yeah,
immediately?
please. Yes, please. And then we move on to
Toastmasters.
TTE.
Sorry. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sneha. You aced the vote.
Great. So we're done with this poll. Can we move on to the table topic evaluator to share her report?
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, please.
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Nupur. Okay, so starting with the first speaker, I believe TM Mitesh is already logged out or left the meeting, but the topic was, do you think consistency is important? Very interesting topic. And he started well that consistency is important to deliver. He's mentioned that consistency is important to deliver results. And as he said, it is important in all aspects, day-to-day lives, because we're always selling things, whether it's a commodity or opinion or suggestion or anything when we're trying to convince people. So his content was fine. He just need, if he could increase the pace of his speech a bit and ensure the flow of thought is in sequence, it will help capture the attention of the audience better. Second topic was to TM Aditya Dugar. What is the most profound lesson as a parent? I love your content, TM Aditya. Give them the liberty to be themselves, explore and learn from their mistakes and accept failure, which is absolutely true. You also delivered it fluently without any fillers. You were confident, you maintained eye contact. But parenting is definitely hard, I'm sure. I do not have the experience, and it's a constant learning curve. I'm sure about that. If you could provide a personal story wherein you have experienced a situation and have practiced this in your personal life, it will have more weightage and increase the credibility of your speech. So third topic was to TM Vajanti, 3 aspects of life that define you. Again, I love your content, TM Vajanti. You started really well with these 3 aspects and how you defined each aspect. As always, you were eloquent, absolutely articulate. I appreciate and admire how you embrace change, because change is the only constant in our lives. And hats off to you for being the constant learner. It's commendable how you constantly invest in your personal and professional development. And the last aspect you mentioned, we are here with a purpose to each their own, hence give people the liberty to grow at their own pace and in their own unique way. So do not impose anything on anyone. Brilliantly spoken, very well delivered. Then the next topic was to TM Mansi, do you believe people can change? You started really well, and when you said change is the constant, you spoke well, there were no fillers, you maintained eye contact and had a very strong facial expressions and hand gestures. So you sounded very assertive, especially when you said, I'm a constant learner and have always evolved. Try to add a little more to your content, maybe by giving an example or a personal story that will help the audience. Next topic was to TM Umar Farooq, how does childhood affect adulthood? It was an impactful start where you started with there is a direct relationship between childhood and adulthood. Absolutely, there is. And that's where you caught my attention. Very good content. Don't let the child in you die. Don't impose restrictions and limitations as and when you grow in age. Be curious, which is absolutely true. And that is my takeaway. Curious, because curiosity is what keeps us engaged. Otherwise, we would be bored to death, right? So very good example of living to the fullest as well. It's not by working 9 to 5, but also finding and following our passion. You spoke from the heart and very genuinely, I must say, it felt like the inner child in you was speaking. So good content and you delivered it well. You had constant smile on your face, which just felt like you were very relaxed when you were speaking. Next topic was to guest Ashim, sorry. I'm sorry to pronounce your name wrong. Do you think life is just? So I like the fact that you gave us your real life example wherein you didn't get a job because you were not proactive enough to check with your peers about the jobs. And your conclusion was very good, that most of the times we blame it on the situations or luck rather than taking complete owner's responsibility and accountability. So very well concluded. Next topic was to TM Shakil, if you had to choose between bad and worse. So TM Shakil, amazing start. You started like a poet. What a beautiful storyteller you are. I'm sure you had everyone's attention. You narrated it so well as conversation between two friends in a park sitting on a green grass. The story about bad and worse. You were very fluent, extremely confident, great voice modulation. You emphasized really well on the sentences. Our takeaway is don't whine about the bad thing that has happened, but be grateful that it was not worse. So thank you very much. That was all from my side. Over to you, TM Nupur.
Thank you, TM Sneha, for this lovely evaluation. It was quite detailed. I'm sure DTM Noor will agree with your evaluation and your insights on each and every speaker. Yeah. So can we move on to the polls? Are we ready with the poll, Zoom Master?
Yes, we can launch the polls.
So can you just launch the polls and let people vote?
Best auxiliary role player.
It's gone. Could we just
I'll-
have the poll again, please?
No, it's there.
Yeah,
It's on the screen.
I can't see it.
It's there on the.
Please redo it.
Yeah, it's not there. I can't see it.
Redo would entail losing the.
No, already votes which have gone there.
Okay, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So, Vijay, can you see?
No, darling, it's not there.
No, it's not there on
It
your
came
screen.
it came and went away in a flash before I could.
Actually, I also voted in a flash of a second, but it was gone.
All right, no worries.
Only 4 people have voted. So
Yeah, done.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Should we move
Go out
on
of
to our
11.
next poll or?
should I share the results?
Yeah, please.
Okay. That's Toastmaster Rajni.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Okay.
Best auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Rajni.
Okay, now
Okay. Can we have
yeah, the
major
next.
role player? Yeah.
Okay, we have received the votes.
Yeah.
I'll share the results. Best
Yes,
major role
please.
player is Toastmaster Noor for the table topics.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Noor, can you just switch on your camera and we all are congratulating you. So if you could just switch on for a few seconds. Yeah.
And one photograph also. We want a photograph also with him.
Yeah, please, if you could just switch on your camera.
Actually, I do not have a camera. Honestly, I don't have a camera with me on this device. Probably next time, for sure, 100%. I'll make sure I'll make myself.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Next,
No worries.
next poll is best table
That's
topic
all.
speaker.
Yes, best table topic speaker. We all voted.
We
for
actually
that, no?
voted. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we've done this
So
already.
we've done this. So you
Yeah,
just announced from that Google
End
sheet,
poll.
no?
Yeah,
That is
we've
already
done that.
announced. It's Toastmaster Sneha.
Okay, great then.
Yeah.
We're
we've
done.
done
We're
that
done.
already.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And
All right. So
Yes.
thank you everyone for this lovely meeting, and special thanks to DTM Noor for managing such beautiful topics. Now I will pass on the control back to Asad TM Aditya.
thank you so
Over
much,
to
Nupur.
you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Nupur. And I would like to thank each one of you for being here. Now I announce this meeting adjourned for now. Till we all meet again next week. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for bearing with my horrible